Hi folks, thank you very much for joining me. We're going live. Today this is when I normally do my my community class, which I'm basically doing, but I'm going live to the whole of YouTube, to the whole wide world web. How many people join? It might just be 20 people, but that's cool with me. Just because I've got some cool things that I want to share, and I'm not doing a lesson this week. I've had a bit of a rough time of it recently. I don't know if you can tell, but I've got a big, massive jaw right now, which is due to having a wisdom tooth taken out, which is very painful. It wasn't your average wisdom tooth removal. I went into the dentist, and I'm here in Poland, right? And I sat down, and the guy took an x-ray, and he's like, oh, it's deep. It's deep. But I think we can do it. And that's not the kind of thing you want to hear from the dentist, right? And he said, it's going to be surgical. Awesome. So I was in there for an hour. They had to cut me open. They had to stitch me up. And yeah, it's been a painful few days, you know, and yeah. Anyways, we're on the other side of it. And what I want to talk about a few things, right? So I'm going to be teaching a few things about triads. Okay, I've got some really cool things I want to show you. But I thought I would I'm kind of experimenting here. I want to do some live calls every week, every second week, where I'm kind of talking about my life a little bit as well, and connecting with you guys a little bit more, because of course we'll be doing the guitar videos. And maybe you don't want to see that kind of thing. But you know, my life's changed a lot since I started doing the whole YouTube thing, being a guitar teacher, YouTuber guy. And I'd like to share a little bit about that with everyone. And because it's all because of you guys that I'm here, and my life's completely changed, and I kind of want to share the journey a little bit. So I would like to do a vloggy kind of style video, a vloggy / guitar style video. So I hope you don't mind me talking for a bit, but I'm going to talk a little bit about what's been going on recently, what's going to be happening, which will affect the future of the channel, and then I'm going to get into some guitar stuff as well. So, hi guys, hi Manny, good to see you here, Julie, Keith, Andy, and everyone else. It's great to have you here, and yeah, it's been a rough time with the tooth, but I'm finally hopefully be able to eat again normally soon as well. So announcements, right? First up, I'm moving back to Scotland. I'm going to get a little drink here because I'm feeling a little bit dry mouthed. I'm moving back to Scotland in May, and in case you don't know, or you haven't been following my emails and whatever lately, I've been living in Poland since September. You'll have noticed that I used to have a really cool background and like an attic vibe, which I loved. It took me a long time. That's where my YouTube journey kicked off, and it was great, and I loved that place, and I loved my room. And then our landlords broke a bombshell on us that their relatives were moving into the cottage, and we loved this place. I mean, it was a dream home for us. So it was very difficult. And we decided that we were going to move to Poland. This is where my wife's from. Well, we kind of gathered what we wanted to do and save for a house and plan so that we can buy our own place, and we don't need to worry about being kicked out of a place like that again. It's not a nice experience. So I've been here, and I've been working really hard for the last couple of months. I've taken on a lot of private students, and I've been working very hard on events for this year that you might have heard about, and they're happening in May. I'm moving back in May, and I'll probably be living in and out of my in-laws' house for a while until we find a house. And we're going to be doing some retreats. So in May, and I'm really, really excited about this. This is a huge thing, huge success. I can't believe that this is happening. First of all, I'm having a retreat. I'm meeting some guys, like some of you guys in the community. I can't wait to meet you. In Scotland, in Loch Lomond, 4 nights. where I'm going to be teaching with my other teacher, Andy. And we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to be drinking whiskey, playing a lot of guitar, and creating some transformations with people. And that's on the 25th of May. There's still 2 spots left for that, so you can check that out in the description if you wanna join us. But the really crazy thing that's happening this summer, and I don't know how we've managed this, but on the 2nd of June to the 7th of June, for 5 nights, we are hosting some of the best guitarists in the world in Scotland coming over for a retreat. So we've got Robin Ford, blues legend. We've got Larry Carlton, 4-time Grammy winner, and jazz and blues legend. We've got Robbie McIntosh. So, I'm a big John Mayer fan. So he was John Mayer's sideman for ages. If you watch the Live in LA stuff with John Mayer, that's Robbie McIntosh, who played with Paul McCartney and stuff as well. So he's coming. And Guthrie Trapp signed up recently as well. And if you are learning online, you probably heard of Guthrie Trapp as well, who I'm a huge fan of. I think he does some great stuff. He's a great educator. And he's bringing the Nashville vibe to Scotland. And also we've got Andre Cristovam, who's a Brazilian blues legend who's played with B.B. King, Albert Collins, Buddy Guy, and a good friend, John Goldie, who is a fingerstyle virtuoso who's played with George Benson, Tommy Emmanuel. And we've got Mary Spender coming to perform on the Thursday. So that is like a crazy star-studded lineup. Don't ask me, it all just happened. We got Robin Ford, then we got Larry Carlton, then we got Guthrie Trapp, then we got Robbie McIntosh. It just all happened. And it's all in an amazing venue in the Highlands, and we're pulling out all the stops. We're doing whiskey tasting around the loch, we're doing excursions, and we're having celebrity chefs and all that stuff. So it's a bucket list experience, and it's happening this June, and you can check more about that in the description as well. But I'm not doing this to sell it to you guys or anything. I'm actually just telling you this is what's going on. It's crazy, and it's been a lot of stress having to organise all this, and it's but this is what's going on, and I'm really excited about it now. And I'm moving back to Scotland, and we're doing this big thing, which is great, and it's opened up a lot of doors, a lot of contacts. But I have been so busy doing this that I've not been able to take any more private students on. So what I've decided to do is I'm not doing any more. I'm kind of taking a back seat on taking on private students. So if you've followed me for a while, you know I do a 12-week program. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not going to be doing that for a good few months at least. And I'm going to be focused on a lot more on my community, you guys, and my program that I do. So basically, normally I go live every Monday, and I teach to, a lot of you guys are here tonight, and I'll do a lesson every Monday. And my other teacher, Andy, who teaches lead guitar and music theory, teaches on a Wednesday. And, it's a forum, so we upload videos, we have challenges, and all my courses and everything are in one place. And that is what I'm going to be focusing on for the next while. Normally I'll only open that up every couple of times a year, but now it's open for everybody. It's $297. There's 2 classes every single week. It's a Zoom class, so it's not like a live stream. We actually talk to each other and interact. And the price is going up at the end of the month. So if you want to jump on that, you want to jump in the academy, then you can check that out as well. All right, one more announcement though is we are hosting a masterclass, Guitar Made Easy, with one of the great guitarists, Errol Slick, who was David Bowie's guitarist. So that's why I was playing the Ziggy Stardust at the very start there. So if you don't know who Errol Slick is, look him up. All right, he's a sideman of David Bowie, and he's going to be doing, and he's worked with John Lennon as well. So he's going to be doing a masterclass on all these and his experience and everything that he's done with these amazing artists, David Bowie, John Lennon, and more. And that's going to be really, really fun. It's going to be really accessible, so everybody can buy a ticket. And I'm really excited about that. So I just wanted to sow the seeds now, so you're watching out for it. And I'll be telling you more about that in the future. But I think that is everything. I feel like I've just rabbited on now. And yeah, so let's get into some guitar now, okay? But again, I just want to kind of explain to you what's going on and updates and things like that. And I'll keep you posted. I'm actually going to Florida at the end of the month. I'm not going to be doing many guitar videos, but I'll hopefully do a couple of lives there. I might get a guitar while I'm over in Florida. And I'll keep you posted from there as well. Oh, Jeff, Liddy, you're from Florida. Manny's from Florida as well, right? Manny, we're going to hook up, right? We're going to play some guitar. We're going to jam. I'm really looking forward to that. Get some sunshine, you know. Okay, so today what I really want to talk about guitar-wise, right? I'm going to switch this over a little bit. We're going to talk about using triads to target chord tones. We were playing something. So the other day I was listening to this backing track, right? And it was a C for a bar. And then what were we? G. Then A minor. F. And then again, right? So C, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, A minor. Right? And how would we target that, right? So if we were playing a solo over the top of that, or if we wanted to do our own piece, we could start with the C major pentatonic, alright, which would be basically A minor pentatonic. Right, we could do position 1 here. But if we target the C note, it becomes C major pentatonic. We've got the extension of that either side. And that's all good, right? We could noodle all day. Alright, but, you know, we wouldn't really be making music. What I'm going to show you here is going to help you make something really melodic, so you're not just noodling over the pentatonic. And this is really targeting the chords. And then playing the scale around the chords. Okay, so let's take a C here, right? So I'm going to play that A shape, right? Which is located right in box 1 of this C major pentatonic. So I can play this. Alright, that would work there. So the next chord is a G. So I'm going to visualize a C here, a G here, which is just 3, 4, 5 from the B string. Alright, so C, G, it's just a triad. It's basically just some notes taken out of this big chord, right? And then we have an A minor. You can kind of see my mic here. Alright. A minor. And then we have an F. Okay, so C, G, A minor, and F. And I'm going to think about how I can connect all that together. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through my process. So C, just a little bit of pentatonic. And I want to land there, right? So I'm going to go C, now when I've got this chord here, and this is what I talk about a lot, that really changed the game for me, is making the connections between chords and whatever scales around that chord. So whenever I play this shape, which is a G, I can play G major pentatonic. Okay, and when you have this shape, we have box 2 here, alright, which means pattern 2, basically, box 2 pentatonic, which would be alright, but let's just focus on the bottom part of that, right? So we can play this chord, we have 5, 3, 5, 3, 4, like that. And rather than go through the scale and everything, let's just learn some cool moves and licks that we can do with each shape. So when I get this shape here, I can do this. Right? Which means if I play it anywhere, you learn the muscle memory once and then that's it. Okay? So, what am I doing here? I'm getting 3, 3. I'm hammering on to 5 on the B, then back off again. And then 5 on the G. And then I'm getting my middle finger on 3 on the B. First finger on 2 on the G. I'm hammering on to 4. Off again. And then 5 on D. So. I use this move a lot. I love it. It's like a Hendrix kind of move. And anytime I'm playing here, I'm putting that chord. Right, really cool to learn that. Okay, so I play a C. Let's start again. C. Pentatonic, into G. Play that little lick. And a G, and then I want to come into an A minor here, so I can just play the A minor. So. Alright, what did you just do there, Tony? Right, so A minor. So I can use the A minor scale around that, or the C major scale around that. Okay, notice that I'm not thinking about where is the A minor pentatonic here or whatever, the C major. I'm just thinking about my chord and what do I have around that. Okay, so I've got 3, 1, open, 2, open, 3, 2, open, 3. Now, of course, you'll be able to watch this live over again once it's finished. So don't worry if I go too fast, right? What did I do there? So then, I did that. Okay, right. So 3, pull off to 1, or 1, pull off to 0. Sorry. 2, open. 3, 2, open. And then I land on the F here, right? So. What did I do there? So, when I'm in F, right, where my thinking goes is that E shape, okay, I know that here is box 3 pentatonic, where I'd have 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. I can slide up to 7, 5, 7, so. And then this little middle finger goes on 6 here, and I've got that little double stop again. So let's do that little run. Something like that, right? I can do that. Now, of course, you could do a million different other things. Okay, so it's not about just doing what I'm doing, but I'm just showing you that, you know, the ideas. Okay, so every time you land somewhere, you go, oh, I've got this little lick, or I've got this little thing I can do. And before you know it, you have something that's sounding quite more melodic. So. Right, it's melodic, you can hear the chord changes over it. And yeah, so let's take that a little step further, right? Let's look at other ways we can play that. So again, C, G, I've got this little G I tried G triad here, like the D shape on the 7th and 8th fret. I have A minor here. Alright, 8, 9, and 10. D minor shape. And what else do I have? I have F. Alright, so I can play the D for F here. So C, G, A minor, F. And that gives me the chord tones to target, right? I can use the pentatonic as a device to move throughout those shapes. But one thing I want you to pay close attention to is when I play the F here, right? This note here, right, is out with the pentatonic, right? So when I target that note in particular, when I play the F, you're really going to hear that chord change. Okay? And when you play a D shape, by the way, this note here is the root, right? So when I play the G, I know that that's the root here in the 8th fret. Okay, so what if I do this? Now I know I went kind of super fast, let me slow that down, right? So, C, G, A, I'm just going around these triads here, F, C. Alright, so let's see if I put all those two things together, right? I'll try to do it without screwing up. Okay, so let's see it. Alright. And that, you know, that is a cool way, or my way anyway, the way that I kind of visualize playing. And honestly, to be honest with you guys, I'm far from perfect at doing this. I'm really practicing myself at doing this, is because I'm more like an acoustic player. I'm adding more lead. I've not been able to play my electric guitar very much over here. I've not done any electric videos because we get neighbours here, very thin walls. That's why I can't wait to get our own house and bump up the reverb and start playing the Strat again. But I'm really focusing on finding the chord tones and chord changes. And a way for me to do that, and I get a backing track on, I got that. That's exactly what I did. We got that chord progression, and then I thought to myself, okay, right, where are the triads around there? And how can I use the scale to connect them? And then you mess around with it, and then you start coming up with ideas. And I didn't just improvise this on the spot. I came up with these ideas, and then I practiced them. Then I built the muscle memory, and then I can play them. And then you just keep on doing it. You know, so... so yeah, that's a little... I hope you enjoyed that. And I hope you can use that in your own guitar playing. So, again, this is for my community. This is the kind of lesson this week. You guys can upload your progress videos. I'd love to have you guys join the community. You know, if you're not there already, this is the kind of stuff that I do every single week. And it's in Zoom, so we get to talk and actually communicate and hang out a little bit better. And it's a lot of fun. You know, I think the biggest thing for me missing in guitar courses online is interaction and live teaching, and that's what I really try to do, so that you know, you have a teacher every week. You've always got new content every week, and I can get feedback from you, what works, what doesn't work, and you know, making sure we're doing it. And this is the thing for me, getting better at guitar, is learning these little things one at a time. And the more you practice these little musical pieces, you know, the more that you'll be able to add to your repertoire. All right, so anyways, thank you very much for hanging out. Hopefully, I'm just seeing looking through some of the comments. So yeah, you need to do it. The thing is, right, guitar has to be fun. It always has to be fun. That's why the way that I teach is never, learn this scale and learn this thing. It's learn a musical piece that implements the theory we're trying to learn. That's the way that I learned anyway, because I could not open up a book and learn the circle of fifths or anything like that, or modes or whatever. But each to their own. Everybody's got their own way. So cheers, Manny. Great. And where am I going? In Florida. I'm going all over the place. We're doing a Caribbean cruise. Now, this is not the kind of thing that you should do when you're saving for a house, right? But we booked this before we get kicked out our last house, and we've just decided to go for it. You only live once, and this is our dream trip. And we're doing a cruise around the Caribbean in Fort Lauderdale. Then we're coming back. We've got 5 days in Miami, and then we've got 12 days in Orlando, or close to Orlando, Kissimmee, and we're doing all the Disney parks. We're kind of Harry Potter geeks and stuff, so we're going to do all that. And during the cruise ship, actually, my wife's a big fan of these guys, Abraham Hicks. They're like a spiritual teacher. We're into spiritual stuff like that as well, and we're doing some workshops on there. So it's going to be a really cool journey. And again, guys, I really want to start sharing a little bit more, connecting a little bit more with you guys. And I'm going to do lives, and hopefully I'll go live maybe on the cruise and in Florida, and keep you guys updated with what's happening. Just passed 100,000 subscribers the last month. Amazing. I can't wait. My plaque is in Scotland. I can't wait to open it, and just continue this amazing journey. And again, thank you for supporting me and subscribing to the channel and watching the lessons and leaving comments and making me feel valued as a teacher. So that's priceless. So thank you. Take it easy, and I'll see you guys soon.